Glad you guys are here. Let's see, who else do we have in the house? Norco! Is Norco present? Temecula, where you at? Let's see, who are we forgetting? Laguna Hills! Robert Green is louder than everyone else so far. Alright. Sherman Oaks? If you misplaced your dog, there you go. Riverside, are you in the house? Awesome, awesome, and is Lakewood in the house?
We're so behind because our Momentum Monday is so far out in the month, but this is recognition for July, so if I can have you guys stand up and applaud to those that I call out, and if I call your name, walk stage and high five my husband Guillermo. And then before that though, I want to apologize about, we're not perfect, but I do want to recognize this base shop that their recognition at our convention breakout meeting was not mentioned, so this is at a Maylee Burns Base Shop. We apologize. You were the top personal in points. If we can please have music and everybody applaud.
doing is fine Monday morning. First Monday, Momentum Monday after convention. How you guys feeling right now? I'm feeling great. I got a bunch of nuggets. Oh my gosh, we got Aaron Jamalita representing the hierarchy. You got to speak. Give it up for Aaron. That's pretty dope. All right? The rest of us want to speak on the big stage. All right? Yes? We got to get our competitive nature up, guys. It's so funny that you kind of, Eric touched upon it in our SMD meeting. You know what that means? Some of you guys out here hemorrhaging right now. You guys can't take the competition. You guys got to thicken your skin a little bit. Your mindset has to be a little more tough, a little tougher. This world is not an easy place to make it, guys. All right? So you guys can fall into the regular, run-of-the-mill, be part of the matrix, have a 9-to-5 job. You know, it's easy to tell somebody, you know what, maybe this isn't for you. Maybe you should just go get a job. How many of you guys have kids right now? Okay. How many of you guys tell your kids you can be anything and everything you want to be in life? Okay, well, some of you guys who aren't busting your ass are lying to your kids every day. You get a little bit of smoke. Right? If you rub your sticks together really, really slow, you'll be sitting there all night and your ass is going to freeze to death. You have to rub those sticks together so fast that you start something called friction. It starts a little fire. Your business is the same way. So how feverishly are you guys out in the field prospecting individuals? See, that's the rubbing the sticks together, because when you're out in the wilderness on your own, it's cold as shit. Guess what? You're by yourself. You have to rub those sticks together as fast as heck, or you're going to freeze that night. Probably catch hypothermia. At the time, guess what? Next convention already started. Right. Yep. August 19th, it started. August 19th, you guys know what August 19th was? The day after convention was over. We're already working for 2018. Bro. All right, so that's it. That's my time. You guys, kick butt, please. Get out there and do it for yourself and your family.
Easy it is to crack the top 10, and that just kind of shows how little everybody else is doing, right? So today what I wanted to talk to you guys about is going wide. And so many of you have heard JR talk about left dentistry, and we went on to do about 53 directs, right, in that rolling 12 period of time. So here's my point, and you might want to write this down. Recruiting is the greatest equalizer in WFG, right? The greatest equalizer. So no matter where you're at in the business, you know, you want to catch up to someone, you want to beat someone. So we've been talking about competition. JR and I are extremely competitive, right? So we have some targets, and it's how do you start catching up to your competition? Well, number one, it starts with your personal activity, right? Yep. Start out direct recruiting somebody, right? Then personal production catches up, then base shop recruiting catches up, and then base shop production catches up as well. So I have 7 points that I think maybe could help people. These are kind of mistakes that I sometimes see people, make when it comes to direct recruiting. So number one, you have to become obsessed, right? So we talk a lot about mindset. I think the mindset that JR and I have is just we're completely focused on going wide. So when I wait, how am I going to get more wide on a daily basis? And there should be a little bit of panic that sets in. If we're halfway into the month and we only have like 2 or 3 directs, panic mode kicks in, right? And so that's kind of the shift that you have to make. Anybody watch the fight the other day?
Yeah. Woo!
Pretty good fight, right? Yeah. So I saw online there was this quote that McGregor put out. It's pretty interesting. It says, yeah, I was going for it too. So, there's no talent here. This is hard work. This is an obsession. Talent does not exist. We are all equals as human beings. You could be anyone if you put in the time. You will reach the top, and that's that. I am not talented. I am obsessed. Right? So that was Conor McGregor.
Office with the I'm only 6 weeks old. I gotta definitely thank and I appreciate my mentors, Angela, Yumo, and Jason Cruz, Team Velocity. Velocity takeover. Yeah. So, if you guys hear my voice with high volume, and I'm emphasizing everything I speak is because I take my life seriously, okay? I don't know if you guys do, but I do, okay? And it's television for me, you guys, okay? It's an emergency for me, and I take everything seriously. Television, I don't see anything but one thing, and that's just making it here, okay? Because I don't have that much time, and you guys should think the same way, okay? Everyone should think the exact same way as I do, and the people here at the front. That's who I mimic. That's who I look at. Those are the people that I look up to. Okay, so within my first month, like I said, I'm only 6 weeks old. I'm MD right now. I'm marketing director. Yes, I took my 25 and my 25. And now, let me say this. Out of those 25, 23 of them are my direct. They're my direct. And I'm going to handle SMD by local. Okay? So everybody fire it up. And go and fight for your dreams and your family, you guys. Fire it up.
Can you guys help me give a warm round of applause for David Lynn?
You know, I think you can top the Vegas DJ, man. Reginald, right? We had a great time in Vegas with Guillermo and some of his team, and we had a party for my wife's birthday. And man, this music's got me lit, right? So, hey, great to have everyone here. You guys excited to be here? Y'all came back from a pretty decent convention, yes or no? You know, it's a life-changing event only if you actually make it a life-changing event, right? What's your reaction, what's your action towards that event, and what you did the last 7 days kind of determines the rest of the time that you're going to have in your business. So it's pretty exciting. The last 7 days I came back from this convention, I kind of refocused on the basic building block of our business, which is 3-3-30 for our team. Myself and 3 other guys in my base shop, we finished 3-3-30. Myself, I did 3 personal directs and also 3 recruits, 3 apps. Wrote about 27,000 points personally. At the same time, my base shop did about another 2 other guys did 3-3-30, and just getting back to the basics, you guys. You understand what I'm saying? This might be, but I encourage and challenge you guys to get back into the basics and remember where you came from, which is one of the best hierarchies in the company, and understand that and making sure that you deliver that with vengeance in the next 12 months. Is that a deal? Yeah. But hey, by the way, we just kicked off with our first elite circle that we have. How many guys are in the elite circle in my team, right? We have one of the $800,000 earner in the company, and CEO Jonathan Yu kind of talked to us, and the next 5 classes we're going to have, it's all EVCs at $1 million and above. It's pretty exciting, right? So, all the great information that you're going to receive in this end, whether it's, T3 or... Let's talk about it, right? In order for you to win some championships, first things first, you got to learn how to study your opponents. Yes or no? Yes. You got to make sure that you learn how to study your opponents the right way. And I love the video, the post-fight interview that Mayweather talked about. He say, I was going in there. I knew what I needed to do. My dad and I would watch this video over and over and over again. You guys can write some pretty good big business, but some people cannot recruit. Well, whatever it is, it's all good. I want you to know. Mayweather talking about himself being retired for the last 2 years. That's a disadvantage of his. Would you agree? Where versus someone in the game constantly for the last 2-3 years, well, that's a weakness of his, right? He's been inactive for the last 2.5 years. Kind of like I was in the last year and a half. I was a little bit inactive, right? So I got to know that that's my weakness. I got to know that what sets me apart. I got to study my components, understand your weakness, and then you're going to get to the next level faster. What are your weaknesses right now? Maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it's a lack of phone calls. Maybe it's a lack of product knowledge. I made a decision, by the way, because I've been out of it for the last...
But seriously, can you guys help me give a warm welcome to Danny Brea?
We're saying Bo. Right? That was a joke. All right. Hey, it's great to be here, you guys, especially after convention. Man, everyone's saying it. It was the most amazing convention, and I don't know about you, but I just feel like our company is playing offense now. Don't you guys feel that way? Yeah. It's about time we stop getting slapped around by all these little rinky-dink deals, and I'm so fired up to be a part of an organization that's ready to do something. I can't even explain how I feel right now. Like, I want to go and recruit all the other companies, but I'm so busy recruiting other people that I don't have time for that right now. But I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about our building strategy slightly here. But at this convention, I just want you guys to know that it was amazing because I crossed the stage with Sumchi 3 times, and I never done that before. And to me, that was a big deal. We actually crossed. We have 51 direct recruits. 6-7 recruits a year, and we came up with a strategy to say, hey, we got to get in the recruiting game. And you guys will understand that everybody that's coming up here is mostly talking about recruiting, right? We're talking about building, recruiting. Look, I don't have a master's, a PhD, a BA, or any of that stuff. I'm a C's, get degrees kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Right? I got a C. I can still play football. Cool, I'm good. Right? This company, thank goodness, allowed me to come in here. I actually got an associate's in art and science. I don't know how. I took so many classes. They just felt bad and they said, here you go. Right? And but I'm excited to be a part of an organization where that stuff doesn't matter. That's right. It doesn't. Look, it's good if you have it. It's great. We'll still take you. But at the same time, I'm proud to say I'm a college dropout. Right? And it's funny, people look at me and they're like, well, what credentials do you have? Man, I want to win. What's your credentials? Right? Yeah. So let me give you guys some interesting information. Oh no, hold on. Let me talk to you about the $10,000 we won. That was cool. Yeah, I don't need that for a honeymoon fund. I already got money saved. Right? So everyone's like, oh, it's for the honeymoon. I'm like, no, it's going into savings. That's what this business does to you. But you won't have that unless you build yourself a team. Right? So I want to give you a couple of points. One of them is you got to prospect by day. You got to build by day. You got to make money at night. I find it so much in this business that people use every excuse. They rather build their website than to build their business. Right? They rather build something else just does not serve their business during the day and say, oh no, I'm busy right now. I'm too busy doing stuff that doesn't get me results. And so I want you guys to know that during the day, your number one focus,
observe and pay attention. And even the little things, like having his initials on his wrist, just being sharp presentable, well-spoken, his vocabulary, just everything about him. You can tell that he spent a lot of quality time just dictating exactly what he wanted his life to look like. So without further ado, I present to you guys Guillermo Haro.
Make sure that you give me the absolute best, most competitive side you have for the next few months. Can I get you guys to do that? Everybody say both. Can I get you guys to do that? The answer is both, okay? Can you be the most competitive, hardworking, ambitious, hungry, want to get after kind of person for the next few months? To Walpole. Let's do it to Walpole. Can you do that? By the way, I hear some of you guys, your little mouth is closed. Can I get that from you? There we go. We want to do some things that we've not done. I don't know if you went to convention, and I sure did. And I was at convention, and I studied the entire thing. And we review the videos, and we go back, and we see our team. And man, I just got to tell you, I just feel like, man, we're right there. Yep. We're right there. Yep. And if all of us collectively, if we go do more than we're doing right now, this team would explode and we would dominate the recognition at convention. We would have more of our people be there being recognized. We'd have more people there because energy is the key to this whole thing. If you're an energetic person, then you just draw people to you. And if you're low energy, you're a freaking dud. All right, I want to say to you, man, you got to get your energy up. And we're going to talk about you being fired up all the time. I don't know about you, but I just want to be somebody. I want to make it. I want to be successful. I want to win. I want to create a legacy for my family. I want my kids, I want my family, I want the people around me, my teammates to see me that I was just at the top of my game for the majority of my life. What's stopping you from being your best? You're a little complacent, a little lazy. You're not focused. We're going to start to change that. We're going to work with you, and we're going to talk about some of the characteristics that you need to have in order for you to get your energy up. If you notice, all of the big winners at convention were the most energetic people. You don't see the dead butts. The dead butts are slowly dropping down on the leaders bulletin there. You see the people who are all about the technicalities. You just see their cash flow start to drop and drop and drop. You can't be technical and somehow be high energy. And by the way, if you're technically, like you know all this computer stuff, you could still be fired up. You could be a fired up nerd. You can be a fired up ass technical person. There's nothing wrong with that. Someone sold you to, hey, be quiet. Just don't. That's bullshit. I want you to be fired up. I want you to lift up your spirits. I want you to live. You can live. When you've done your best, that's when life really is the best inside you. When you're on your game, when you're making the phone calls, when you're showing up to the meetings, when you're preparing for the meeting, that's when you're the most alive. When is your best going to come out? I want you to really think about that. Your best is going to come out when? Why is it on layaway for 3 years? Let's go. We need to do this. I'm tired of some other teams out there looking at us like we're less than them. We need to be the most competitive team, and we haven't. But it's just like a sleeping giant. We haven't woken up yet. Some of us are okay getting our tails kicked by some of these other people that they got no business kicking our butt. We need to wake up. We need to go and work. Guess what? They're ahead of us because they're outworking us, not because they're better than us. They're outworking us. That's the bottom line. They're getting more numbers. They're showing up to meetings with more guests. They're going on more appointments. They make a few more phone calls. They're reviewing their dreams more often. They're more in contact with their dreams than you are. Do we want to continue that way, or do we want to up our game? We need to get our game up. All of us here collectively, we have what it takes. We have if you notice, Team Conquer is the most diverse group in the entire company. Let me prove it to you. Everybody give me your best attention here. Stand up if you are Latino. Let's see who you are. If you're a Latino. question, we dominate with Latinos, right? There's no other team out there that's bigger with Latinos than Team Conquer. And by the way, we need more Latinos, right? And by the way, remain standing if you're a Latino that actually speaks Spanish. How about that? All right, so needless to say, we have an advantage. We can talk to our paisas, and we can talk to people who speak English, right? So we need to have more people on our team that are bilingual. That's actually a gift. You know 2 languages. You can connect with 2 different ethnicities. That is a major advantage you have. One of the things that got me going is I talked to all of my Spanish-speaking people, and I got them policies because otherwise it wouldn't have got them. So all you guys grab a seat here. Stand up if you're Caucasian, born in America. You are white. All right, stay standing. All of you. Here we go. All of you. Look at Prescott. I thought you were Mexican for a minute. He says he's both of them. Okay, so here we go. All of you Caucasian people, guess what? We need to have more of you with us. We need to have your cousin in another state. We need to have your neighbors that are also white. We need to have more presence with the Caucasian ethnicity in our business. Bo? Okay, by the way, you guys already speak English with no accent. The hell's your problem? Hey, a lot of white guys got complacent. You got complacent. You're lazy. Like, oh no, that's sort of beneath us. And you're letting some of these other ethnic people kick your ass in income. What's up with that, dude? I don't know about you, but if I was white, I'd be kicking everybody's ass. Bo! Oh, Eric's standing up for just. Can half of you stand up? Thank you. All right. Let me see all my brothers and sisters, the black people. There is no $1 million earner in WFG that's African American. Okay, so here's the deal. The hell are you guys waiting for? No one's keeping you down here. Saying, oh, the white man keep us down. No, that's bullshit. That don't happen here. Hey, listen. If you're African American, there is nobody stopping you from prospecting. Not one person's like, hey, you can't talk to that neighborhood. That's bullshit. You can't do that. You can talk to anybody you want. You can go build a team. And you should. Your community expects you to set the example for all those who maybe don't believe. This ain't corporate America. No one's going to keep you down. No one's going to say you're less than. No one's going to use anything against you. If you got a social security number and a code number and a license, game on, dog. If you are of an Arab type nationality, if you're Indian, if you're Pakistani, if you're Afghani, if you're from Syria, stand up. If all of you. There we go. Look at this. Okay, stay right there. Let me talk to you guys. You guys come from people who got money. You guys own the 7-Elevens and the cleaner and the gas station. How come you guys ain't writing big-ass policies? How come you don't have a big following of your Arabic people or people who speak your language? We need to have you guys, here's the deal. We need to have you guys really show how competitive you are. We need to get you guys way on top. By the way, your people are so glued together, but you need to bring them here. You need to understand that this is a place where people can flourish. Mankind, whoever you are, you can come here, you can kick some ass. Dude, chances are, most of you here that are in that scenario where you speak multiple languages, there's a major advantage, but you ain't using it. You're quietly going about success. I'm going to recommend you blast out of that and you put yourself in a position where you're going to go do far better than what you've been doing, and you owe it to you. What the hell are you waiting for? What are we waiting for? There should be no wait. It should be all go. Bo? Bo! Thank you. If you're other that I didn't mention, please stand up. Let's see.
Asian! What about our Asians, dude?
Oh! All right. If you are Asian, stand up. If you're Filipino, raise your hand. Filipino. All right, there's all my Tagalog people right there. Filipino, right? If you are Chinese, raise your hand. Let's see you all. If you're Korean, let me see what we got. How many we got? Just one? There's one Korean over there. Hey, we need some Koreans. All right. How about Japanese? Raise your hand if you're Japanese. Look at this. Raise your hand if you're Cambodian. What about Laos? Vietnamese. Raise your hand if you're Vietnamese. Thai. Raise your hand if you're Thai. Roxy. There you go. He was fired up all the time. So you need to be a fired up person all the time. If you are fired up, guess what? People will come see you burn. Yeah. The problem is some of you guys don't recruit people because your energy is so low. You got McGregor. You cannot run out of gas. You can't be hot for a little while and then you poop out. You cannot do that. You need to stay up all the time, all the time. Let me evolve something to you. I've been doing this for 18 years. Fired up today like I was in my second year, my third year, my fourth year, when I got my ring, my first ring, my second one, my third one, my fifth one, my sixth ring. I want all the rings. I don't know about you, but don't you? Yeah. So we don't go after it. So it requires high energy. So you need to be connecting with people that are high energy all the time. If your energy is low, you're closer to death. Think about it. Have you ever seen someone on their deathbed? Have you seen someone who's sickly? Have you seen people as they get older and they lose their energy? They start slowing. You use it, but to get wealthy. To get wealthy. When you are wealthy, you can empower other people. You can be the best tither at your church. You can create a nonprofit. You can help the people who don't have it. The poor can't help the poor. You need to make some money. So we need to get our energy up, we need to get our ambition up, we need to get our work ethic up, we need to get our competitive nature up, so therefore we can go dominate and you can change your life. Because at the state you're at right now, there's no changing to do because you're in the same mode every day. You need to change your life by changing your state of excitement, your state of looking at yourself in a different way. Have you ever seen the most fired up you? If you could really go into your dreams, the deep recesses of your dreams, and like, who is the most fired up me I can be? Are you anywhere close to that guy? Because you know you are going to shake hands with him one day. One day when they plant you, they say that you shake hands with the person that you could have been. The richest you, the happiest you, the most fired up you. You going to let that happen? This is who you were, and then you met this guy who you could have been. But you didn't change some of your habits. You stayed in the cool zone. I want you to fire this thing up. Yeah. I want you to become better. I want you to get your energy up. I want you to get your ambitions up. I want you to wake up your dreams. Yes. I want you to get more competitive. Yeah. Jot down your goals and then make sure you have 1 or 2 or 3 goals every day that you hit. Every day you should be accomplishing goals. Just every day make it a point where you got those and you got those and you got those. You put your foot on, you get off your bed and you put your feet on the ground, and goals should be accomplished every day. Yeah. And now you get used to winning every day. I don't know about you, but I win every day. I just win every day. I do nothing but winning. I'll have my setbacks. I'll have my challenges. I'll eat my losses, learn from them. I do not get bitter because I get defeated. I just get better and I get better and I get better. I use my failures as stepping stones for victories. Bo? Bo! We need to do this, ladies and gentlemen. Are you all with me? Yes! The answer is Bo. Are you all with me? Yes! Okay, we need to kick some ass. We need to go to the top. This team is destined for a massive explosion. I believe next year when we show up to convention, it should be parades of our people going up on stage. You know, those when Danny Ferriz was sitting way in the back, and I saw this young man and some chief go up there and get award after award after award, and he'd go through the back and get his trophy and take the picture. I got to tell you, man, it was so awesome seeing you do that. I remember the days of you being in my office in Pomona, broke as a joke, but he never quit. And he's just always fired up. There's something to be said about someone who has the right attitude, even when they're not winning. Are you with me? Yeah. Both. Are you with me? No. There's something to be said about having the right attitude when life is kind of beating you up a little bit. Yeah. When life is beating you up, do you still have a right attitude? Like, man, I know I'm going through a little bit of tough stretch right now, but I know I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. I'm going to make it. And by the way, show up and fight. And show up and give it the best you got. And show up and prepare to win. Winning is a habit. Winning is a commitment. Winning is a decision. And I just got to tell you, it's not pretty. It's ugly. It hurts. There's blood, sweat, and tears. But that's what you want. Because when you get it, damn, it tastes good. It's awesome being rich. Yeah. You believe me? Yeah. Whoa. It's awesome being financially independent. It's awesome walking to the mall. I walk with the mall with my wife and kids, and there's nothing we want that we can't afford. And then the credit card is not going to go up, and I'm going to roll over the balances. We don't do that. And it's awesome to go to a car dealership and buy the car cash. And it's awesome to fly first class. And it's awesome to help people, a family member or friends that you have that are in that desperate situation, that you're the person to go to. It's awesome to buy your mama a brand new car because your mama got a hoopty. And your lazy ass don't make enough money to buy yourself a new car. You can't buy her one. Get off your butt. Go charge. Go get the number. Stop being scared. Get committed to winning. Let's give away some belts. Built a team here of 2 assistants. That's all we have. I don't have like 6 assistants. I have 2. And we have 2 assistants that work their tails off. They're loyal to us. They work. They organize. They strategize. They come in early. They stay late. We treat them like family. See this little girl right here and this other girl right here? We treat them like family. They mean the world to us. We got their back. You need to build a world-class team of assistants that are going to make your life easier so that way you can go do the big things. They have their skill sets, and we respect that, and I have mine. I'm going to go do mine, and then they help me be my best. What are you doing to get big? Do you still have an assistant, or are you still negotiating that? If you want to be big, dude, you got to have an assistant. I have probably two of the best ones God could have ever sent me. So I want you guys to know I really appreciate these 2. Can you please give them a big round of applause? 1,001. Get it, run up here, girl. Run, come on. 619. Our winner for the S&D belt. If I can have Dana Yuki, U-E-K-I? Can I have Anna Sean and Will Cameron? You guys notice this side with me? You could have just Robert Ropati do his all by himself. Belt for July 2017, and the winner is Anna Sean. Now have to the stage here Danny Fadias, Holly Coffee, Robert Ropati, Kevin Haro, Sanchez. All right. There we go. We got some awesome people. This is, by the way, this is a dog fight right here. This is for the EMD belt. So July 2017, the winner for Team Conquer EMD belt is, they're an awesome couple. They got their own office. But everybody's married here, so you guys are included. You got a couple, so everybody's included. They're an awesome couple. They got their own office. They're kicking butt. We're so proud of them. You can't wait to hear their name. And the winner is Kevin and Erica Haro! If you're a high energy person and you win, does that build your confidence? Yes. Why wouldn't you do that? So you need to be fighting to make sure you qualify for the graduation, all these classes, make sure you qualify to the end, and you see yourself as a winner. Everything goes to those who give it all they have. I hope you're doing that. I hope you're doing that. And I hope you see yourself at the top where we want you. Thank you so much. God bless.